Canelo. It's all been about Canelo since Canelo said that he's going to continue fighting for the next 5 years. We've been talking about it. We've heard about it. So let's talk about it. Okay. He's not fighting Terence Crawford. He said he had nothing to gain fighting him and everything to lose fighting him. He says Terence Crawford is just too small. So he's not fighting him. You know. And am I surprised? No. Am I disappointed? Not really. I mean, this is Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez, you know, has done a lot in this sport. He's done a lot in this sport. He's showed that he can move up in weight. He showed that he can fight different styles for the most part. You know, he's also showed that certain styles bother him. You know, and that's my only thing about Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford has a style to bother him. But if Canelo did beat Terence Crawford, everybody's going to say the same shit. He was too small. You know, and what I say to that is, you know, I think fighters like Canelo has too much leverage to the point where, oh, I don't want to fight him, or I'm not going to fight him. I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to do that. You know, and I think we should cross that bridge when we come to it, you know, because Canelo and Crawford are some of the best fighters here. You know, they're like on the pound for pound list. Terence Crawford, to me, is still on the #1 pound for pound list based on who he beat, okay, and how he beat them. I knew he would probably be #2 because he's small, and that may be biased or whatever because I'm not really familiar, necessarily happy with smaller fighters. I'm not really into them right now, so that's probably just me. But I think, you know, Canelo should be held accountable. I think he should be held to other standards from other fighters. But the same thing should go to Terence Crawford too. So if, you know, if people want to see that fight, okay. I think that's more of a Terence challenge than a Canelo challenge, but I think it's both in the same. Because I think once Terence Crawford moves up there, these are ifs. You know, if he was going to move up to 168 to challenge him, I think what people do, if he's going to move up to 168, let me finish before I jump another subject like I normally do, and he has no issues, and he acclimates the right way, I think that, you know, we may have a problem for Canelo because, you know, he may be, you know, too much for Canelo. That's if he can acclimate properly. That's if he'd been fighting at a weight class he shouldn't have been fighting at. But those are a lot of ifs. And I think people think that Terence Crawford has no chance based on Jermell Charlo. So you can't base Terence Crawford just because he was smaller, you know, on a whole different fighter because the other fighter was smaller. You know, and I will leave you guys with this. Canelo Alvarez fought Amir Khan, which was a disgrace in a lot of people's eyes, you know, being a smaller fighter and wanting him to come to his own weight class. Okay, in 2015, I think it was, or 16. No, it was 15. Where he knocked out Amir Khan. And Amir Khan gave Canelo problems at that weight class. I know he was a lot smaller, but also he was a modified Canelo because he was fighting at a weight class that he had to fight at due to the fact he couldn't make the weight class that, you know, that he was previously at. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. I mean, it's not a real big deal to me, though, because that is a big jump. You know, it would be different if Terence Crawford was there like David Benavidez and he was campaigning at 168, but he's not. He's, you know, he's a unified champion at 147, and that's what we have, you know. Nothing more, nothing less. You guys tell me what you think of Canelo Alvarez stating he has nothing to gain from fighting Terence Crawford. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!